This is a very, very significant moment for us to bring our wonderful friends from Mount Shasta in Northern California and to reunite them across Polynesia and the Pacific with our brothers and sisters from down south in New Zealand, and to be right here in Hawaii in the middle of the emerging Oceania, where we're beginning to reach out to our friends and First Peoples in Alaska and California, throughout the Pacific, and to be here today together, I believe is very, very significant. So we'll be learning today the word Kohola is what I believe why we're here today. And you'll be hearing from one of your great Polynesian sculptors of the world, Tonu, who's been a big part of my life. We've been working together since '92, and we're seeing some of his work here, which are 1,000-year-old yellow cedar from Alaska, which have been formed with the image of the Hawaiian Kohola. We were introduced to that word by a group of kupuna that I brought to San Francisco in 1995. It was the 50th anniversary of the United Nations. From San Francisco, we were invited to host a United Religions at that time, and that was the genesis of the United Religions Initiative. But I had met Tonu 3 years earlier. He saved a 2,000-year-old redwood log in a defunct mill in Northern California. He saw a whale in this big, giant log, and he brought it to San Francisco, and over 2 or 3 years carved a about 2,000-year-old Hawaiian whale, is all we called it. But when the kapuna Tutu Holly was with me, and we showed the Hawaiian group Tonu's work, Tutu Holly went, Kohola. And that was the beginning of our whole project. And she explained to me that La is universal throughout Polynesia for light. The symbol of the Kohola is the mother of that gently pushing the keiki to the surface towards the light, Kohola. And for its very, very first breath, it's very important to get the keiki right up for its first breath. And so that beautiful image with the big male Kohola in the background, watching, protecting, but this moment of life being created from the mother Kohola is the spirit within all of us, that we recognize the feminine wisdom which they've known for thousands of years in Polynesia, that the matriarchal societies are very strong. And so we look today to rediscover the wisdom of the feminine side of our first peoples of Polynesia. We hope to tell the story. So what has happened since that time? Just one last thing. The whales came down, the logs in 1997. The U.S. Navy brought them to San Francisco. They survived the explosion of Port Chicago. Only animal for Pacific Theater came to that place. 10 logs actually survived. They were stored 50 years. Tonu and I got to San Francisco. We've been carving them as spiritual healing poles. The original mother Kohola has given birth, and we now have 20 keikis to give to groups here, and hopefully they will go through Polynesia as an expression of the beginning cycle of the Kohola between Hawaii and Alaska. So thank you all. That's just a very quick look at our story. And my new best friend, Tusi, here, if you want logistics done, you hire a Swede. So he brought me in. I don't own anything, but I've been helping the master here and learning every single day.
Mahalo, John. One of the reasons why we have protocol and ceremony is so we can understand the spirituality of one heartbeat. And that we place this aloha between our heart and our lungs. So long as our heart beats and our lungs breathe, it lives. John is an example. So he's one of our elders, and his heart speaks constantly and passionately. Now we are approaching the more traditional part of our gathering. The first respect goes to the sacred. And so we have with us, we call Matua Tu'ua, or Elder Wisdom Leader. He is in his 90s. I didn't want to say he was close to 100. But he holds tremendous wisdom and aloha. And is one of our elders that have guided this journey today. So if I can please ask him to begin our traditional ceremony with a pule. And this Tenas Kauahi. Can you voice carry,